Welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Zed. Today we're talking about Clover Health, and I do want to give you an update about this short squeeze, so stay till the end. Let's jump right into this one. So Clover Health, I made a good amount of videos on it. I was bullish, I was a bit bearish, and I know when I was bearish about the short squeeze, about really going through the details about how much that short interest is, I got a lot of hate and lost a few people. But I'm not a bumper, and you're trying to get me here towards giving the straight facts. And interestingly, taking a quick look here into a Bazinga article that was put up on the 15th of April, and it was titled 8 Stocks with the Highest Short Percent Offload. And this definitely took the attention of the GME crowd, the Wall Street bets, and everyone. Trust me, my emails, my DMs were actually exploding with that after I said that the short interest was not what it is, 144. But here we go. This is the origination of this 144.7% short interest. A lot of people were saying that this was going to be the next biggest GME. You're going up to $100 point target. We're going to discuss that a little bit further. And so this article came out and said that one of the factors that investors did not look at was the side shorts, interest, etc., and high short percent of float stocks. Here are some of the eight highest shorted stocks percent off float according to S3 Partners. And so you're looking into Clover Health Investment, and it was 144.7% of the float. And then you go to PubMatric, 50.2% of the float, and On Track, 43.4% of the float, and Root, 42.6% of the float. And right away, everyone was looking at it from retail and said 144.7. The last time GME was around 132. So this is going to be massive. However, they did go ahead and update it back on the 19th, the same person who was writing it, and we're talking about the short squeeze thing. And they said on Thursday, Bazinga covered a report by S3 Partners in which the S3 ranked several of the most heavily shorted stocks in the market by their short interest of the flow. Now, Clover had by far the highest percentage at 144.7%. The large number immediately rose eyebrows among some traders, but shares of Clover Health has ripped nearly 30% since the S3 came out. In this case, Clover S3 said FactSet was not classified the CEO of 83.6 million shares as a part of the float, resulting in an extremely high short percent of float. A FactSet spokesman told Bazinga Monday, he told the company that they quickly corrected processing the error that occurred in the shares classifications for Clover. Now, on Monday, S3 followed up with an additional tweet suggesting that Clover actually short percent of float is 36.9% based on updated float numbers on FactSet. And they mentioned, based on FactSet's updated and changed float numbers for Clover SI, a float is 36.97 and S3 SI float is 26.99. S3's own number, its forecast of shares sold short, has remained accurate and stands at 40.61 million. So that was the comments from S3, and they did reach out. But here's the thing, right? We were talking about an initial 144% short interest, and that was not there. And this tweet here really just goes back and tries to fix itself, saying, hey, by the way, remember that short float we said it's 144? Whoops, it's only around higher low mid-30s to mid-20s. And I think that this is almost criminal in that sense because they messed up that bad. They put a lot of people, removed GME discussion and put Clover Health. A lot of people put money because they want to get rich soon. And it almost pumped the stock 30%. I feel this is exactly pump and dump based on misinformation from these guys. I hope the SEC filing gives them a fine or something to cover up the losses for some of the people who, bought that. Now, if you would like to get a little bit more information on this one, you'll find it in my previous video. This is my previous video on here. I did talk about it before everything kind of the commotion started, but make sure to drop down, click that like button. There's a subscribe button here. It's not showing up for me because it's my channel. Click that and the bell notification button. And if you would like to join our Discord, just click more. Join me on my Discord. You can ask me more questions over there. It's totally free. I'll show you a snapshot at the very end. Now, moving on towards institutional buyers. Now, on the institutional buyers, here's a lot of them start buying it. I'm not sure exactly whether it pertains to them trying to get the next GME by listening to Wall Street bets or they're bullish. And so that is something interesting that has been happening. Again, there is a short interest somewhere around 25 to 35%. That might get you just a small squeeze, but not a GME style squeeze. What do you think about this one? Now, keep in mind on this technical analysis that we're going on right now, it might look a little bit different than more of a natural move, because over here you got the 144% short interest in BS, and then you got a doji star, and then it went crashing down based on information. But, you know, let's approach this one as if this move was legit and try to understand a little bit further what the dynamics of the move is. And so 10 SMA is above the 30 MA. Yes, that is bullish. So it has kind of a small trading action zone where most positive reversals occur between 851 and 819. Now we drop more than 10%. What does that mean? SSR. There's going to be a short sale restriction tomorrow, which is good because you can't short the stock no more for a specific period of time, usually a day. But at the same time, I've heard as well there's restrictions already about shorting the stock in a lot of these brokers. Now, in terms of momentum, it's been dipping, MACD is dipping back, and everything seems to be going back to earth a little. Now, on the moving average bands, what we see here is that there's a small, tiny fraction of the volume compared to the last 2 days. This really shows one thing. People have lost interest in this one, and that's a dangerous thing. If there's no enough volume to kind of push this one further, it's currently a sales volume, and you get to see this by the red candle. And the moving average band is expected to trade on the top at 868, in the middle 789, and in the bottom 710. Stochastic fast and stochastic slow both are telling you to be careful because it might actually be pulling back. Now, currently on the Fibonacci retracements, what you see here on the top of 1724 all the way to the bottom at 631, you see that there's a significant support that I was talking about before, the 889. That is now a very strong resistance, and you see here, I'll talk about it a little bit later. And then above that, 1049, 1177, 1306, 1490, and 1724. Now, price line action. You're seeing here as very strong support sitting at 859 or around the 820 level. Below there, you're looking at 768. Below there, 705. Significant resistances. Again, I'm talking about the 899 level. We're just talking about it there. And then 959. And then 1043. And then 1189. And then 1312. Or sorry, 1321. Comes to the question, was this move any good for us? Well, you might think about all these bag holders that might be buying around here who had the chance to sell, but there's a lot of people that bought around here that now have to think, should I sell? Should I sell at a loss? And the question comes in, there's a lot of bag holders with these every resistance because this was traded, or this was put up as the next big thing. And I do still believe in this stock. Trust me, I love what they're standing for. I do hope they succeed, and I'm all for it for the longer term, but not for the wrong reasons and misinformation. So that's one thing you're going to get from me. If I'm going to be a bullish on stock, it's not going to be on misinformation. It's going to be on actual facts. And the facts still come in that these guys got really strong plans. You'll have to watch my 2 videos ago where I talked about the bullish case and how I think in the longer term, it will really nourish and bring in a really good return on investment. What do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day.
Now, if you made it this far into the video, I do recommend that you go ahead and join our Discord server. There's a lot of amazing folks in here. We do a lot of discussions here into the trading floor throughout the day. A lot of people are in there, and we do ask questions. You can ask me any question you would like on there. We do post research and DDs, and we hold weekly chat sessions. And we also do have a lounge in there. So make sure to actually join that and join the fun there. Have a wonderful day and a good one.